School Stars of the Week. I'm Nick Marconi here with Tom Cole, Terry Crosby, and Steve Taylor. We got an exciting show today. We got two Division of Stars that we have never brought up before. Guys, tell us what we got.
Thank you very much, Nick. You are correct. We've got a fantastic show in store today, and you're right. We were hitting two new elements that we've never really touched on, but these are two great stories. We're going to start off over at Central Catholic High School. We're going to talk about Bart Riemer, who's an incredible young man who has got boatloads of school spirit, and you're going to tell us a little bit more about Bart.
Yeah, boss, it's great you let us kind of branch out when there's that kind of dead spot between the winter sports and the spring sports. You know, we've allowed us to branch out and recognize other kids, and I think it's fantastic. Bart is a young man who's an entrepreneur, somebody after your own, mindset. He showed up at some of the Central games, football games, and he started wearing funny hats, just as an entertainment thing and whatever. And the kids in the stands liked it, and they all had fun with him and when he was doing it. And then some administrator at Central realized that he was getting a reaction from the crowd. So they said, hey, they hadn't had a leprechaun for a while. They used to have somebody dressed up as a leprechaun. Lucky the Leprechaun, a little alliteration there. And they said, hey, Bart, would you like to be Lucky the Leprechaun? And he goes, hey, it's my way of giving back to the school, creating excitement at the game. So he said, yeah, I'll do it. So he sprayed, leprechaun's kind of a reddish hair, I guess, with the green outfit, whatever. And so he spray painted his hair orange with one of those can deals. And at the game, when he's running around and going crazy, the orange paint, melted and went down his face. So that didn't work out real well. But Bart had an idea. He said, "Hey, let's just dye it red."
There you go.
So he dyes his hair red, kind of the ginger look, right? All in green with the leprechaun stuff, and he became Lucky the Leprechaun. People at Central went crazy, run up and down the sidelines during the football games, and people went berserk.
That's great.
They loved it. He brought enthusiasm and interest to the games, and he's done it for 4 years, and he's done a remarkable job. So, what kind of team giving spirit is that to become a mascot for your school? That's a lot. So, Bart, we respect what you do.
I love it.
That's pure dedication too, for somebody to do that, And what amazes me, I could never figure out a lot of times, especially indoors sometimes, they have costumes on, like Smokey, Tennessee Smoking. And they must be burning up in them things, That's
good point.
Yeah, I'm just amazed by that. I really am. But congratulations.
Well, to give you an insight on that, Cross, I interviewed in another life a number of mascots, and some of them have cooling systems inside literally cooling systems, because it gets to be like 120 degrees in there.
Probably like at Disney, right?
Right.
With all those characters.
Right.
I've heard that they've got those cooling systems
Well,
in there.
and like I was going to ask you guys what your favorite mascots were, but mine always was the San Diego Chicken. I mean, and his story isn't that different than Bart. The San Diego Chicken, the guy Ted Gianolis, I think was his name, he just started showing up at Padres games dressed like a chicken. I mean, he thought it would be cool. He just did it on his own.
On his own, yeah.
And he would get thrown out of the stadium. They arrested him. People threw things at him. But he kept showing up. And people said, hey, this guy's kind of funny. So long story short, he became the San Diego Chicken, maybe one of the most world famous, maybe one of the greatest mascots that's ever lived. But he started like Bart. I mean, he just showed up and dressed up, and they were throwing him out. Bart wasn't being thrown out. They were arresting the guy, but he eventually, multi-millionaire.
But you look at him now, he believed in what he believed
absolutely,
in.
Absolutely.
He kept coming back and coming back and coming. Look what happened.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was having
Do you guys
fun.
have a favorite mascot?
Well, who doesn't like Muddy the Mudhead?
Like Muddy,
Muddy's
great.
Muddy's great. You gotta like Muddy. But
And was it Madonna? Yeah.
You watch any of the March Madness games, you see all these commercials now with all the mascots.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think they're great.
Yeah,
the
mascots.
one with Grant Hill where he's talking about what hotels they can stay in, and he gives the Blue Devil the penthouse suite at the Ritz-Carlton. They all get mad and they all leave. But I think they're great commercials. What would college sports, high school sports be without these mascots?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So, well, good stuff. That's a good find.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Thank you, boss. I appreciate that.
Next, we're going to move over to Notre Dame Academy, and we're going to talk about Allie Westmeyer.
Right.
And I've known Allie for years since she was little. You obviously know her dad, Blue Tip. We talk
Coach.
about Joe Westmeyer a lot.
Her dad was a tremendous football player on a state run team that we had, and he was great. Blue Tip was wonderful, and his daughter's done a wonderful thing.
She has done an amazing thing with Light the Night, which both of you guys were obviously involved with
Yeah.
a couple of years ago. But she, I believe, was the student of the year, raised more money than any other students. So, I mean, that's just awesome, and another good find by you. I think you have a little more to talk about here.
Well, yeah, they made her the student of the year in Northwest Ohio for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. She and her team, Steve and Terry, raised $36,000. I mean, raising money in today's climate is difficult.
Right.
$36,000. It's a wonderful cause, and Allie did a great job with her team. And talk about giving back to your community.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure her dad is extremely proud, because that's very, very cool.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
And you know, it's not, and I really admire her for that, because it's not just about academics, it's not about activities, sport activities, it's also about community. So they went out in the community, her and her team, you know, and they amassed $36,000.
Yep.
I mean, that is fantastic.
Yeah,
and Tom, are we sharing that next year? I know we were co-chairs one year. Are we doing it again?
Well, I think we did it 2 years, didn't we? Did we do it 2 years? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe so.
It's a great organization,
Right,
and
it is.
Steve let us do it, and we were proud to serve.
It
so.
was great, and I know it's very time consuming. If you guys are going back next year, let me know. You might go on a little Taylor sabbatical while you take over for the Light the Night. A lot of time involved, so Allie, congratulations. Great job, you and your team raising $36,000. Congrats also on being named a Student of the Year. That's amazing. And Tom, thanks for finding these.
Yep.
Like you said, we're always trying to recognize
Right.
you know, great kids in our community that are doing fun things and making a difference, a positive difference, and both these students definitely are. So hope everybody enjoyed the show. We've got to run. Tom and Terry are the Titans of Technology. They have got a class starting here in just about 5 minutes.
It in some fashion.
Yeah.
The automatic voice thing goes on.
Oh, yeah.
Automatic voice response.
Yeah.
And
You got a good tune going on there.
Row 2, column 2.
And Tom, I think she's giving you instructions on how
Yeah,
to turn it off.
I can't turn it off. That's the.
Usually this, I think we keep rolling. I think this is going to be a great show. We're going to keep rolling. Usually it's Terry that's got the phone that won't stop. Look at Tom. Tom can't figure out how to turn it off.
He can't.
TC, everyone knows you guys as TC squared. We are now, though, going into the Titans of Technology. Both of these guys are going to have these Saturday classes, I think, for...
Yes.
I'm gonna. It's just not gonna work.
And these are the instructions.
So thanks a lot for tuning in. As always, big shout out to Marco's Pizza. Both Allie and Bart will be receiving a free large pie. Have a good one, everybody. Take care.